good, my people? We're back again for another one, and this here one and only Mystelics vlogs. Welcome to our Mystelics vlogs. What's good, my people? We are definitely back again for another one. Welcome back, of course. Big up yourself one time, out and large. All of Mystelics family, big up yourself all across the entire universe, man. Big up yourself, of course, for tuning in to yet again another one on this year a vlog channel. Of course, for those of you who don't know, guys, I tend to post more on the reaction channel, guys. Mystelics Reacts channel, guys. If you want to see more vibrations on a daily basis, definitely check out the reaction channel. But I tend to do vlogs here and there because they have... well, the reactions have less stress, I would have to say, when it comes on to doing these types of videos right there and then. Of course, the vlogs tend to take up my vocals. They tend to go on your boy vocals. Yes, brothers and sisters. But anyways, guys, with all that said, I must make mention that the National Assessment results are out, brothers and sisters. And this is the top schools that you're seeing right there, guys. Dubla, of course, came in number one. Dubla Primary of the Northern District came in for a mean of 351. And then you had Lighthouse Christian Academy came in second. Convent Prep third. Pioneer Prep fourth. Delicis Primary fifth. St. Mary's Primary sixth. Bells Primary seventh. Berrien Christian Academy eighth. Then you have Warner Mao Atkinson Primary Trafalgar came in 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, guys, I could be wrong in this. I don't tend to normally see Dubla at the top of this thing. But however, the teachers seem to be doing a wonderful job that will allow the students to do exceedingly well because they are the top school. I think they did that last year as well. I wasn't really paying attention, but I heard some people saying that as well. Dubla Primary has been taking the step forward. In my days, it was St. John's School and some of the schools in Roseau that used to take the top 10 and all this kind of something there, guys, because you know we used to fight, give government school blows. But government school started coming up and doing their thing as well. So hey, kudos to all the people who did their thing, especially the Dubla Primary School. Not only that though, guys, but we actually have the top contending students of the National Assessment Program, and these are them right there. Dominica Paul, she came from St. Martin Primary with all 4 A's. All of them have 4 A's right there. Eliane Toussaint, Convent Prep. Krista George, St. Martin Primary. You have Joreb Bercasio. Hey, let it go, brother. Yes, I. Anyways, Convent Preparatory. Then you have Asia Harrigan from St. Martin Primary. All 4 A's right there, guys. I don't know how they do it, but hey, they have all 4 A's, and I guess that's how it rules right there. However, we have the third contender, Krista George, who of course is closely related to Portsmouth right there, guys, and of course this is her on MO News.
Thank you for joining MO News. We are live with Pastor Eddie George and his daughter Krista. Hi, Krista.
Hi.
How are you feeling?
I feel very proud of myself and I'm elated.
And can you tell us what was your position in the grade 6 national assessment?
I came out I got third.
Third and second in your school, correct?
Yes.
Definitely. So let me just add my voice in saying congratulations as well. And Pastor Eddie, how do you feel?
I am so excited. I'm very proud of her. She's a hard worker. She had a high bar was set before her, but she came through. She exceeded not our expectation. We always believe that she's a bright child and she will do well.
But guys, this is just a short snippet of that vibrations right there. Krista George, big up yourself one time. If you want to go check that out, check out MO News on Facebook. She actually has her as well as a number of others who actually spoke in this regard. So check out MO News on Facebook right there and there. However, I must make something very important right there, guys. It is grand to do your best in whatever you do, but this kind of assessment has absolutely no bearing on reality whatsoever. And guys, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but the only basis this thing has is for you to get a scholarship or bursary to go high school. That is the only bearing that it has. But this has absolutely no bearing whatsoever in reality. And I don't want to discourage people, telling people, hey, it doesn't have no, guys, do well in school. It is important to do well in school, especially when you want to go to the next step. However, in reality, this kind of situations has absolutely no bearing whatsoever. Do well, yes, you do well for you to get a scholarship or a bursary so you can move to the next level without the burden on your parents. You check me. Do well in school. But when I was growing up, understanding this whole thing, we kind of felt like these things was some sort of thing to help us take us to the next level in life, but it actually meant nothing at all. So do well in school, yes, because schooling is vital. do well in school, but don't beat up yourself if you haven't gotten a scholarship or a bursary or even a pass. You feel like you failed and they just pass you on and all those kind of things to the next step. Do not feel beaten up, because the people who tend to run the world or are successful in this world, or majority of individuals who are successful, look at reality and try to solve a problem in reality, and that is how they end up getting all these types of monies. I'm a YouTuber. I have a bachelor's degree in a number of things, but I'm a YouTuber, and most of my income comes from YouTube as well as other stuff out there. So if I have to put it on the basis of schooling and I have to follow through with schooling, I would be very sad. I would be very, very sad, especially considering not just national assessment doing well, but in CXC and people who have been valedictorians in college and high school and all kind of places, university. Then you see them on the road and you wonder, what exactly did you even go to school or something like that? Because on the basis of understanding reality, do well in school, but also understand the reality for what it is. And if you understand reality for what it is, you try your best to cope with it. I personally believe that the schooling system has failed individuals. I believe that the schooling system has failed you. They don't teach you how to do taxes. They don't teach you reality in itself. They teach you how to do things or dissect birds or all kind of things that has absolutely nothing to do with your future. It's just a learning curve right there. But what are you going to do with the nucleus of what? Anyways, if you're planning to become a doctor, if you know the field that you want to get into, I believe this is vital. But I believe you need to also understand reality and life for what it is. Especially understanding that reality is totally different from school. I remember I went to do I was an accountant in one of the banks in Dominica. I mark you guys, I was the only business associate student. Everybody else were accountant majors and this kind of things there. Business association. Anyways, we were vying for an accountant job, and I was the first interview. By the time I left the interview, the lady told me they will be calling me back for the job. The time I arrived back in Portsmouth, guys, the lady called me. I just left the bus, you know. She called me and said, we'd like to come in on Monday. Went on Monday, started the job and whatnot. They wanted to extend my time as an accountant in the bank. But I was like, this job is very boring. Like, for the individuals out there who like your banking job, that's good. I mean, you get a little extra money than the other people tend to do. But the banking job is very boring to me. So I had to move away from that stuff, go back to Ross. Because Ross was a bit exciting and much closer to where I was as well. But the night side, guys, I remember when the interview was telling me, everything you learn in school, do the complete opposite of it. So they still have to train you in the business when they do these things, especially for individuals who get pull string, guys. They still have to train them to do the things. It's not like other individuals are not more qualified to do it. Just that some individuals, they have a better personality and so forth and get a little pull string here and there. That was my case. I pleaded my case. I told the lady everything. I was like, yo, I dare, you see me? Anyways, with all that said, guys, just to say that just because they're teaching you stuff in school mean that is by law how it's supposed to be, how you like it to be, especially in this modern era that we're living in. It is a totally different world. But something I believe that Dominica has not already adapted to at all when it comes down to the education system. I see Barbados is doing this, trying to teach people who are different or have different qualities and skills. They're trying to teach people how to do other things and not just academics right there. So don't feel left out or down or whatever. Oh my God, my life is over. I didn't even get a pass. No, brothers and sisters, don't do that. But do your best. Don't get me wrong. Do your best in school. So with that said, congratulations to all the people out there. Anyways, with all that said, guys, there's a video that I was sent, and the importance, well, let's just get a little bit of health understanding right there. That is outside of the normal go to school, get a medical degree and all this kind of things there, but it actually works, guys. This is the brother right there.
This is Mr. Lime. I use him every day. And this is the leaf of the lime tree. And the lime is from the citrus family. The skin of the lime is very important for preventing estrogen from getting to the cells of a woman's system. All the skins of the citrus fruits, they have companies now making them and calling it MCP, modified citrus pectin, from the citrus. And what they do, the skin of the lemon or the lime, is when you have a cancer cell moving into your blood, and you have the cancer cell camouflaging as a good cell, your immune system will make him pass. But what the citrus pectin does, once the cells start to move into the blood, camouflaging, these citruses, the skin of them, start to uncoat the cancer cell. See how God is great, eh? Start to uncoat the cancer cell. And then your immune system tags them and picks them up, so your cancer don't move from one place to the next. That's how important these things are. Now, they call them acid fruits. but usually when they get into the body, they become alkaline. So what I do in the morning, I squeeze a lime or a lemon into some warm water with a pinch of cayenne pepper. And I drink that right before I have a meal in the morning. And what this does, when you do that, it moves the breeze from your digestive system from the day before and prepare your stomach for foods. See? Also, it alkalines the blood. What the leaf does, the lime leaf, it helps to prevent colic in children, babies. And it's also good for colds and flus. You understand? Good for the lungs. The lime leaf does that. So, anytime you have citrus, tangerines, oranges, grapefruits, lime and lemon skin, don't throw them away. Don't put them in your garbage. Keep them around. Grind them up. Turn them into a powder. And then you will see how effective they are in terms of keeping cancer from moving from one place to the next. God is great. And He created all these things. And He knows the reason why He said to us in Genesis 1:29, vegetation shall be for your meat. Not flesh foods, vegetation. Because He knew for a fact that we were going to be imperfect. And once imperfection reaches in, diseases start. So He, God, created all these fruits and vegetables on the earth for us to intake so that we could prevent all these diseases. So always have a lime or a lemon in some warm water every morning with a pinch of cayenne pepper. And you will alkaline your blood and you will stay well.
No, I normally tell people to drink lime. Guys, lime is very, very, very potent. A friend of mine found out today that it actually alkalinizes the body. And she was like, what? How does it alkalinize the body? I told her, well, hydrochloric acid mixed with the acidic lime then cancels out each other, making it alkaline in the process to be absorbed by the body. That's how it turns alkaline. Lemons and limes are very acidic. Don't let nobody tell you these are alkaline fruits. It's not. Lemons and limes are very acidic. When it enters into the body, the stomach then brings forth the hydrochloric acid and they cancel out the acidity of each other, causing your body to be then alkalinized when it's absorbed into the body. That is how it happens right there, guys. By the way, lemon is more acidic than lime itself. It's by some point. I think one is 2.1 and the other one is 2.3 or 2.4. Whatever it is less than 2.5. Okay, guys? That is not something you learn in medical school. Fruits and these kind of things are very vital when it comes down to this situation, but they look at more chemical stuff to try to put in your body and all kind of crazy stuff. Anyways, guys, with all that stated, on the whole health issue, guys, there's something rather interesting happening in St Kitts and Nevis. And this, of course, is the situation that we're seeing right there, guys. As you can see, they have 11 active or confirmed cases within the last 24 hours. They have 265 active cases. Considering St. Kitts and Nevis has been taking very strict measures from individuals from coming in. Remember, keep in mind that they have very strict measures of individuals coming in, which makes me wonder, how exactly do you have strict measures and people must quarantine for 14 days, yet still you are pushing the very Rona solutions or Rona injections, another solution, Rona injections on people with strict entry measures, which means that for this to happen, that means it's internal, not external, which means that either people are escaping the 14 days after being tested and then going to the public and then they spread certain things, which is rather interesting, or you are actually injecting people and they become infected themselves and are what? Spreading the very thing that they are injected with, because they have strict entry measures. And remember, St. Kitts was on a serious lockdown. Nobody coming in, nobody going out, nothing happening like that. Then when people have to come in, they spend 14 days in quarantine. Prime Minister was even saying, if they check you again and you tested positive, you have to spend another 14 days. That's what they stated. However, they have 265 active cases. And none of them are thinking, hey, maybe it is the very thing that we're injecting into people, because it cannot be from those who coming out outside unless testing of these people after the 14 days is faulty and these people are coming in and spreading it. True or false? Anyways, guys, this is what they're saying right there.
Fully vaccinated persons who are contacts in the ongoing contact tracing exercise by the Ministry of Health do not have to be quarantined, according to Chief Medical Officer Dr. Hazel Laws. Dr. Laws made the announcement while updating the nation on Thursday.
Now, I want to pause and speak specifically to persons who are fully vaccinated and who may be deemed contacts of COVID-19 cases. So if you are fully vaccinated and you was exposed to the virus, meaning in contact, close contact with a COVID-19 case, we want you to be tested. There's an initial test and a test 7 days post your last exposure to the COVID-19 case. Now, you do not have to particularly be in quarantine. However, we must test you, especially that last test 7 days post exposure to the COVID-19 case.
In speaking to ZIZ News exclusively, she said the risk of a fully vaccinated person transmitting the virus is very low. Therefore, they need not be sequestered. However, testing must be done on day 1 and 7 in order to inform the Health Ministry of the path of the virus and others who would need testing.
I find it very interesting that these people are saying that people don't have to take the injection, the Rona injection, when individuals who are supposed to know better are telling individuals that they do not need to quarantine because they take the Rona injections. Not true. But if you listen to the people on top, they're saying that does not prevent you from spreading it. There's no data to say it does not spread from individuals. There's literally, go and check it for yourself. There's literally no data that says individuals who receive these injections cannot spread this thing. The only thing they have been saying is that it prevents you from being hospitalized or getting sick or die. That's what they say. Even though people have taken it, over 17,000 people have died from taking these Rona injections. 17,000, and that is back in May. That's 4 months. Back in May, that was happening. 17,000 people have died from these injections. So I don't know. Anyways, that's not the point right there. But they're telling individuals they do not need to quarantine. Or don't you need to quarantine if there's a possibility that you will have this thing and there's a possibility that you can spread it? Does that mean that you need to quarantine as well, even if you have the injections? Why then, especially in Dominica, do we then say to individuals who have taken the second dose that they also have to be quarantined for 2 days? Which means that there's something wrong with the very thing right there. If, in fact, that you can actually catch it, and you can actually catch it. The only basis of this thing, guys, is that they're saying that you do not need to be hospitalized. Even though 80% of the individuals who actually have the Rona, they are asymptomatic. With a 99.7, it go up this time. It was 99.6, it's 99.7% recovery rate. Right there. Get these people best of their understanding of things, which apparently failed with the whole quarantine thing that they were doing, because people have in 265 cases. It is very much quite amusing, I would have to say, guys, because you are telling people that they don't need to quarantine, and these people can also possibly spread this thing because they have the injection. But the injection does not prevent you from getting it. The injection doesn't prevent you from spreading it either. Yet still you don't have to quarantine. What is problem? All you want is more problem. There are literally individuals from St Kitts who are stating the very same thing I'm saying right there. The first person is saying, how does that make sense? The vax people are coming in and still need to be quarantined. They're saying that lady needs to take several sleeps. A lot of sleeps too. Anyways, the other person is saying, you need to stop embarrassing SKN by posting that nonsense. If a vax person can get and spread it, how can they say that you don't need to quarantine? And then we wonder why there are so many cases. Now we've seen why. The nonsense being done by those in power. That could make sense. Of course it doesn't make sense, guys. It doesn't make no sense whatsoever. And you know why it doesn't make sense, guys? Because we're in completely contradicting things from the people who are our leaders versus what the people out there are saying. Because the people out there, the big people, Fauci and people are saying you can actually spread it if you have it, even if you take the injection. Yet still these people are saying no, you don't need to. This is a very confusing time that we live in, brothers and sisters. Very confusing. This is why there's a petition going on right now. Actually, I have it on my Facebook, where individuals are saying that they need to arrest and jail Fauci. But that's it, guys. There's more. This individual right there is saying, I understand you trying to show that yes, there is an advantage of taking this thing, but then in return put the country at a disadvantage. Well, look, the community spread going to get worse, and then they wonder why. I mean, people don't get it. What if nothing is actually happening, but because of the PCR test and the standard, which the cycle is 37 to 45 cycles, when the normal cycle should be maximum 25, and everything about 35 cycles is useless, then individuals who may have the cold and this kind of things are then being passed on as having the Rona. I don't know, guys. What are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. But this is just rather interesting. Anyways, this guy has this thing to say right there.
Being fully vaccinated does not stop you from getting COVID-19. We have said that repeatedly. What it does, it significantly decreases your risk of getting COVID-19 from 63 to 83%. It significantly decreases your risk of getting severe disease and from dying from COVID-19. In time, if this virus continues to spread, we will have persons who are fully vaccinated who are positive, but that doesn't remove the fact that it will give them significant protection and prevent them from being hospitalized.
So if my understanding comes from the people on top and the nonsense that they're saying that if you are positive, you could possibly pass it on. So if you can possibly pass it on, then what you are saying is irrelevant, because if you are saying that individuals don't need to quarantine and they are positive, then they can pass it on based on what the individuals outside are saying. Does that mean that that's saying that? Guys, what are your thoughts on the whole situation, man? Let me know that in the comment box below. I don't know where these people come up with the craziness that they say, but it is what it is, guys. The whole situation is crazy. I think there's an over-exaggeration of these things. Of course, CDC and a number of other places have admitted that the cases are over-exaggerated. But guys, what are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. And of course, this is pretty much all about us for this year Mystelics vlog. Definitely give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can get all the videos as they come through. Be real, guys. Tell you wicked at people, including 4G. Stop your dirty ways, man. But be real, guys. Be positive and with the most high step as always, guys. Definitely stay prayed up. Welcome to our Mystelics vlogs.
One day I will blow. Something will go show. Wow, this life is a constant uphill battle, but it's also filled with some beautiful moments.